If I had the key to your electric meter, da 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 da. Girl, I give you everything. Yes, I give you light, click, click, and heat, baby. And lots and lots and lots and lots of hot water, baby. And I'll give you me, da 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 da. 'Cause I have the key, baby. Greetings, one and all. This is Lloyd Brown. And welcome, crowd people. Welcome, social media massive, to my vlog. And today is Monday. It is Monday the... Oh my gosh, I need glasses to look at my screen. Okay, it is Monday the 15th of October. Another working week. And before I go any further, I want to take the opportunity and I want to thank Ian Irie, CB Multimedia, and I want to thank all at Chawa, Father P, Lady Lex, for just blessing me with airtime and blessing me with props and the props that your listeners bestow in relation to my works, which came in the form of 2 duets, one with me and Michael Gordon, one with myself and Paulette Taja for the Collaborations album, which is coming out this Friday. I want to thank you guys for that. And I also want to thank all the other DJs who between myself and Michael, have distributed press kits for to promote the tracks as well for the forthcoming album. So I want to thank all those DJs in advance before you actually get to the business of actually playing the tunes them. So I want to thank you all. Okay, now this video relates to a point of view, and it's something that we all basically have. It's just interesting where, you know, it can be said that everybody has their point of view. I mean, that's a no Sherlock alert, you know what I'm saying? Everybody has a point of view. But there's a difference between making it private, making it public, I guess, you know? But for me, music is my passion, you know? Music is definitely my passion. It's been my passion for as long as I can remember. And being fortunate and being blessed enough to end up being in a fraternity and on a worldwide level, be in an industry of music that affords me the blessings of traveling the world and seeing how other people live and seeing how music touched those people. It's a very rewarding thing. And the most natural thing I can basically do from my standpoint is to take the baton and to pass on the baton and to make space on my platform for my peers and counterparts and the next generation to share. It's just natural for me to do that. It's interesting that in this day and age, in this social media age, that people, you know, they sometimes say, well, yeah, people have them point of view. Some people actually sing it. People have them point of view and ray, and this and that, and yeah, whatever. And I'm going to do what I'm going to do because I am me and blah, 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 blah. You know, I hear that in some songs. But I don't visibly see them integrating. I don't see them, you know, sharing their knowledge. I don't see them passing on anything, you know. And I mean, there are a percentage of people who do, but there's some people in the top 3-4% that don't. I don't have anything against them. I'm not bad-minding them, but that's just the way it is. Because people are people at the end of the day. Now, over the weekend, in between my grandfather duties and listening to the radio, I was listening to, obviously I was listening to Ian Irie's show, and I was listening to Bumpy G's show on Radio RJR. And his guest was Aisha Lorem, one of the most exciting talents to emerge in the reggae scene. There is no doubt about that. And she was asked a question, and it was a very good question. And I think Bumpy G basically said, well, if there's one thing you could add or change in the reggae music fraternity, what would it be? And she said that she would love to make more platforms available, which was a very interesting answer. And I'm going to tell you why. Now, when you look at the reggae music scene from the 60s and the 70s, there wasn't as much platforms then as there are today. And the impact that the music made then was more present than it is now, I guess. I mean, it can be argued, but the very fact that we had to basically search high and low for certain tunes. I mean, UB40, for example, they could have been regarded as the musical Google of their times, because certain tunes that they were basically playing, a lot of their fans thought it was their songs, but they didn't realize it was songs that they listened to as youths in Birmingham, and songs that they basically covered from people like Ken Boothe, Honey Boy, Winston Curtis, Winston Francis, you know, that culminated into their Labour of Love albums. So people had a thirst for knowledge as to where those songs came from. And rightfully so, you know, those fathers of reggae have reaped the reward somewhat. But now things have basically changed. And it's changed where the playing field has been left wide open. Wide open. So anybody who has an interest in being a DJ can be a DJ if they want to. They can basically take their hard drive and play all 45,000 of their tunes. People who have their attic full of vinyl can basically play their vinyl and things like that. You know, YouTube, all the social media outlets, you know, MySpace back in the day, they were platforms. So the question I'm kind of asking myself is, well, what other platforms are needed in our fraternity? And the only platform I can really think of that is really needed to kind of set the balance is stages, is live music stages. Because we can make tunes all day long, all week long, all year long. But if it doesn't get to the next level, then it kind of begs the question, why are we making the tunes? Now, the difference between certain channels and other channels is simply commercials, time that is, and money that is given to advertising. Now, I'm going to say this, and I really don't mean no disrespect to any radio station, but I'm not the only one when I say this. When I listen to a radio station, right, and within each hour, there is between 10 to 15 minutes of adverts, right? In some cases, twice an hour. So within an hour of broadcasting, half an hour is dedicated to advertising. So if half an hour is dedicated to advertising, there's revenue coming in, and that's fine. But then also there's revenue coming in from the DJs. So in essence, the DJs are paying to play. When you really check it, the DJs are paying to play. So technically, they're basically paying to play our tunes. Whether you choose to accept it or you don't. Technically, that's it. That's what it is. And it's strange. It's strange because the question is asked, well, where's the money going? where's the revenue going? Is it going into the radio station? Is it going into projects and community events and what have you? I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just basically asking the question. You know, and with that, I can see that in certain cases, it's stagnated where people are paying money into something and the money ain't funneled out into different things. Just raves. Just raves. You know, because if you look at the BBC has the introducing series where they introduce new talent and new artists, right? You know, and gives a platform for those people to ply their trade, ply their craft, showcase their talent. But I just see buffers in what we're doing in reggae. You know, and we just need to bring them buffers down. And what it takes is dialogue, points of view. We need to engage in dialogue, because it's all good us murmuring about these things in the background. So if it's common knowledge that everybody kind of feels the same way with their murmurings, then surely, you know, it needs to be addressed. It's the freaking elephant in the room here. But if nobody's saying nothing, then that's, you know, the question needs to be asked, well, why is nobody saying anything? Why is nobody putting anything into action amongst all these murmurings? So when I said what I said in my Tough Love series, I really meant it with love. And for me, it was just my way of just basically putting jump leads into the battery of the car, which is the British reggae fraternity, to basically just shove some volts into that thing and have the vehicle perform, just have the vehicle moving, let alone perform better. So when I say what I say it with passion. I say it with a vested interest and passion, not just for me. It's for everyone in this thing. And I just think it needs to be said. It needs to be said. And we need to be more together on this. Whether you choose to be is down to you. But no one can say that I never raised it in such a public way and in such a public forum. Nobody can say that. If it gets to the point where nobody wants to listen to me, I'll just do what I'm doing. I'll do what I'm doing. But I can't do what I'm doing just for me and to say, well, look at me and look at what I'm doing. I've got to strike a balance. Do you know what I'm saying? Because there are people that came before me that gave me the inspiration to do what I do. You know, I don't just do these interviews by way of an opportunity to promote what I'm promoting. You know, interviewing Michael Gordon, President, Warmaneezy, Trix Anthony, all those people, you know, they have their respective fields within music. And it's something that people needs to know about. People needs to hear the journey, experience the journey that these people have made to land them in this fraternity. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not all about having, you know, in fact, you know what, let me not go there. You know, it's not about personality and show. You know what I'm saying? It's about oiling the wheels. We need to oil the wheels, and by doing that, we've got to get our hands dirty. You know? We've got to get our hands dirty. We've got to be more giving. You know, my generation, you know, we're in our 50s. You know, I'm not trying to run down anything anymore. You know, and there's a generation coming up. So with the knowledge and the experience that I have, If they want to accept it, fine. If they don't, they don't. You know, I can't force nobody to heed what I'm saying, to heed my advice, to heed my guidance. I can only present the space that I have on my forum to share with people if they choose to. If they see me as a stepping stone for them to reach further, that's fine too. That's fine too. You know, it's all good. It really is all good. And I just hope that from now, as we roll into 2019, Father willing, that, you know, that there's a new energy. You know, there's a new energy. You know, the youths can't do it by themselves. The elders can't do it by themselves. The veterans can't do it by themselves. And I'm talking about the UK fraternity. We all got to help one another in whatever way we can. Because when we're all gone, the music will still be here. Will still be here. You know? The music will still be here. Anyway, I can hear myself waffling on now. And I'm going to take the opportunity once again to thank all those that have showcased my works. Not just now, but across the 36 years that I've been in the industry, in the business. Thank you for your support. Thank the fans for their support as well. And long may the longevity and the success for all those in our fraternity continue. But let's just get together with this. Let's just get together with this. Anyway, is with that, I'm going to bid you guys adieu for now. And as always, you don't know the coup, people. Please abstain from foolishness, even if it's your own. And until I link up with the item on the next one, people, stay blessed. My God.